go home and I listen to them alone. What is it with you rock and roll?
Good evening, everybody. Welcome in. Give me just a moment while I adjust my levels here. Also, don't mind that. I ended up with a really large chapter. Okay. For those of you who might be new to the channel, my name is Meshla. I am primarily an audiobook streamer. I write and read my own Star Wars fanfiction, normally on Wednesday nights. I have started recently alternating with playing SWTOR every other Wednesday. And on every other Sunday, I do workshop streams. You guys can come in and hang out and give me feedback. Or if you like, you can bring your own stuff for feedback or critique if you like. I see a lot of familiar faces here in the chat. Give me just 1 second to... There we go. Sorry. The music was really loud in my ears. So hopefully you guys can still hear it. I'm going to turn it down a little bit on my end. I see Max in the chat. I see ShadowCon. I see Sigma. Welcome in. And for anybody else that's here and lurking who I didn't see, welcome in. I hope you all have had a lovely Father's Day. It's been a quiet one for me. Actually been battling a bit of a headache today, so I've been taking it kind of easy. So I decided that I would go ahead and stream and do my workshop stream, and hopefully that will help my headache ease some. I know that might be a little counterintuitive, but I have actually found writing to be helpful. So yeah, it's a lot better than it was this morning. Thank you. I appreciate that. I must have slept wrong or something. I had a really bad headache this morning, so. Alrighty. Okay. For those of you who like to play with toys in the stream, I have a bunch of new commands. Yeah, I do too sometimes. So I have a bunch of newer commands. I do have some sound alerts, but I'm not sure if they're working correctly, so please feel free to test them. But not excessively so, please. So we'll, hopefully they are working as intended. And if you see me looking off to the side of the screen, it's because I have, give me 1 sec. Sorry. It's because I have Twitch up on the other screen, just for to keep an eye on stuff. Alright, so tonight I'm going to be working through Redemption Chapter 7, which I may actually end up breaking into 2 chapters, as you might see on my web browser. Give me just a second. So Yeah, I was looking through it before I started stream, actually, and it is 24 pages long in its original configuration. That's a bit long for a chapter. I usually keep them between 11 and 15 pages in Google Docs. So yeah, I decided that I would try and break it up, which means that when I go to repost it, it could get a little interesting. So, I think what I may do is actually I may just go ahead and split it up, because it's going to be really long otherwise. Alright. Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm a little scattered apparently. So let me get back to the right one. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, it's really long in its original, let's see, 24 pages. Okay. So, what I'm gonna do is just take this. I already have it copied into another document, so I'm just gonna take this and take it out, because it's gonna take a while. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it wasn't liking the fact that it was so many pages. So what we are currently working on is Redemption Chapter 7, which is a couple of chapters, 2 or 3 chapters ahead of where we're currently at when I've been reading. So please be aware that spoilers are a thing. They will occur because I tend to edit a few chapters ahead, so they will happen. So if you don't like spoilers, please feel free to just lurk and listen. If you don't care, you know, you can watch and read and what have you. I'm just putting that spoiler warning out there for any of those that might actually care about spoilers. So and for those who are not aware, yes. Are you playing with the commands, Max? Shinola? I have some cute ones. That's okay. Feel free. Feel free to play with the toys. Commands, redeems. I do have 3 or 4 sound alerts. Don't know if they're gonna work, but we'll find out. So it's kind of a testing stream today, in amongst other things. The chat cat down in the left corner of my screen actually has a bunch of commands too, if you would like to play with that. Yeah, I use Grammarly, but I don't let it write for me because that's not why it's there. Yeah, like that is not helpful. It likes to try to give me suggestions, and sometimes I'll take them and sometimes I won't. You know, sometimes I'm just like, nah, that doesn't work. So, Also, please do let me know if my voice is not loud enough. Yes. Yes, that chat cat is there for you guys to play with and show some love. You can even feed it, actually. And I think there's a feed command in there somewhere. Yes. I added it because I thought it was cute. And it's interactive. So. It's very much like this one here. Yes, very much so. Very much so. It's one of the reasons why I added it, because I really liked it. Oh, that's throwing me off. There we go. Yeah, I have various different emotes. Some are subscriber ones, some are a lot of, I have about 5 follower ones right now, maybe 6. Maybe a little bit more than that. And then I have some that are subscribers. I think that's actually a subscriber one, the Noms one. But it's one of my favorites. And then there's that. Yeah. Okay. I don't want it bold. I want this. Well, maybe I do. There. Okay. There we go. Alrighty. My mic is actually over here on my left, so if you see me reaching over there on occasion, I'm probably adjusting my mic. Do let me know if the music is too low. I'm trying to keep it at a level where you guys can hear it, but it's not blasting my eardrums. So please do let me know if you guys can hear it okay. I'm actually gonna turn it up a little. Just a little. There we go, I think. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I have one emo artist that did my initial emotes, which one of which you're gonna see here on the screen, the little kitty with the helmet. And then the more recent ones that I have were done by 137 Moon on Etsy. Both artists are very talented. I was looking for something that really fit with the vibe that I wanted, so I decided to add some new ones. Yeah, it took me a while to find them, though. Actually, I think it took me 2 or 3 hours to find the ones that I currently have. They're pretty adorable. Yeah, I pretty much can't with those emotes. They're just way too cute. Alright, let's see. We'll still be here when you get back. Take care of whatever you need to. I don't know why it jumped all the way ahead. Probably because it didn't feel like there was anything to fix. Sorry. I apparently need to hydrate. It's been really humid here, so that hasn't been helping either. Sorry about that, I didn't mean to mute the music. But it's still there, so that's good. Okay. Just trying to not overpower my voice with it. Alrighty. I'm feeling a lot better than I was this morning. So thank you for your concern. It's appreciated. I'm actually able to focus right now, which is a good thing. Hey Zoo, welcome in. Good to see you, ma'am. Are you liking the musical vibes? Glad to see you this evening. Yes, as I was telling everybody a little bit earlier, my animated wave emote will return. I did a silly and accidentally deleted it while I was trying to swap out some emotes, so it should return in a few days. So sorry. It's one of my favorite ones too. I was very sad. That will teach me to be more careful on the emote side. Oh well. It happens. Alright. But it's good to see you and everybody that's here this evening. I appreciate you. Yeah, I don't know how long it's going to take me to work through this chapter chunk. Before I broke the chapter up, it was 24 pages in Google Docs. And this one is this chunk is about 15, which is about what I normally go for. So I'll have to do some chapter shuffling. Probably on AO3. Which could get interesting. Ugh. I don't want to think about it. Sorry. Didn't mean to scroll so quickly. We're in an ad break. I'm sorry. I appreciate you for sticking out the ad breaks. They do help support the channel, as do follows or subscriptions if you feel like subscribing, if you enjoy the content. I do appreciate any support you do give. I do not ask for subscriptions, but if you feel that you really enjoy the content, please feel free to support in that way. And I do also get a little bit of support from the ads, so I appreciate you guys sitting through them and hanging out. We'll be back in about 20 seconds. Thanks so much for sticking it out through that ad. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Those ads do help support the channel, as do bits, subscriptions, follows, and I do believe that if you have Twitch Turbo, I get a little bit from that as well. So, however you feel like you would like to support the channel, I do appreciate any support that you can give if you enjoy the content. I promise I can type. So what I'm working on today is chapter 7 of Redemption, which is the second story in the Sith duology arc. And I did mention this a little while ago, but you may have been away from the computer. This chapter, as I discovered when I went to start editing it this evening, is 24 pages in Google Docs. So I am attempting to break it in half, which could get fun when I try to actually post it. I might have to rearrange some chapters. So the chunk that we're working on right now is about 15 pages, and the other chunk is I think 12 or 13, something like that. Thank you for the lurk, Tubba. I appreciate you. The grammar in here is murdering me a little bit. I'm dying inside. For those who are unaware, these stories that I am sharing with you are stories that I cooperatively wrote back in high school. And so the grammar can be a little bit clunky. Yeah, I guess you could say that. I guess you could say that they are multiplying in dark corners, like tribbles or dust bunnies or whatever. But yes, that works too. I mean, unless you really want me to spend an entire night reading one chapter, because I think 24 pages would take, like, the full 2 hours. Yeah. I mean, we could go with that. It doesn't really matter to me either way. But I do try to keep them at a max of 15 pages, and I didn't actually realize how long this one was until I started looking at it. Because on Archive of Our Own, it's a bit deceptive, because there's no page count. I only realized it when I pulled it into Google Docs to start editing. And then I was like, oh, that's 24 pages. So yeah, I'm trying to shrink it down a little bit, which means that I might have to repost some chapters on Archive of Our Own, or renumber them or something. I don't know how that's gonna work. I don't want to think about it right now. I was looking at it earlier and it was just being weird. But yes, definitely baby chapters. Okay, yeah, like I said, grammar is funky because this is co-written stuff, so, and a lot of it was written when I was still in high school, so you'll see a little bit of that coming through in the grammar and the way things are worded. So I'm trying to clean that up a little bit, tighten it up, and get rid of all the extra stuff. So but it's also trying to give me words that don't exist. Kind of both, actually. That's a really great question. I'm actually doing a little bit of both, because to be completely honest, I haven't touched any of these stories until now, in about 10 years, so I didn't realize that the grammar was so clunky until I started trying to, think about reading them. And then I was sitting there going, That's a little awkward. But yes, primarily for readability on stream, but also ease of reading, grammar-wise, for anybody that's reading them on Archive of Our Own, because it's rather clunky right now. So... yeah. Oh my word. What did I just do? Okay. Like, what am I doing right now? Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah, it really is. The unfortunate thing about the whole process is that I am the only one from our original writers group who is still actively writing. I have their permission to share the stories, so that's a non-issue. But yeah, they weren't originally intended to be read aloud, so the grammar and the overall structure of the stories doesn't really lend itself to that initially, so I have to do a bunch of editing for that. Yeah, it's quite a trip to be revisiting them after about a decade or so. I don't remember when this one was originally written, but I'm thinking somewhere between maybe 2005 and like 2010. I mean, I'm guessing. We originally started writing on message boards. I don't know if any of you are familiar with EasyBoard or UQ. They're really old messaging boards. I think they came after like the AOL messaging boards, but so they were primarily written on those, and then we started. I tried to basically rescue all of the stories when our last message board went down, so that's how I have copies of them. And yeah, so I've been really trying to kind of polish them up and make them a lot easier to read, for myself, but also for anybody else that might be reading them. So oh, that's why he was yelling at me. There he is! Hello to Sniper, welcome in. It's good to see you this evening. I hope you had a good Father's Day. And I'm just hanging out. I had a quiet day. I was sleeping in and trying to get rid of a headache, but I'm managing for the moment. So that. Sorry, my Grammarly is being a bit twitchy, apparently. I'm glad you had a good day, just Sniper. Spend some family time is always good. Alright. Yeah. Alright. Okay. Okay, no. Oh my gosh, I can't type today. Wraith, welcome in. Fancy seeing you in here. Welcome in. Get comfy, grab a drink, grab a snack. I'm just chilling tonight and editing one of my chapters. Well, it kind of turned into 2 because it's really long. But yes, get comfy, grab a blanket, grab a snack, and we're just gonna hang out because that's what I'm doing. So that is all I'm doing this evening. But yes, you are welcome to wander in anytime you like. Thank you for that shout out. Alright. Oh, there we go. I can't computer today, apparently. I'm having issues. Ooh, I'm kind of jealous. You're making me hungry, Wraith. Stop that. Oh, my word. What did I just do? I don't even know. Okay. Oh my gosh, I can't computer today. Yes, Wraith snuck in when I wasn't looking. Alright. Hope everybody's having a good evening. Alright. Oh my goodness, this grammar. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting a bit lost. Oh no, ad break. Thank you for sticking it out through the ad break. I appreciate you. Okay. Oh, dang it. Thank you for that lurk, Wraith. I appreciate you. Okay. All right. All right. Thank you so much for that follow. Welcome in, Sarah. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Alrighty. Welcome in. Good to see you this evening. Alright. I am currently editing a chapter for one of my fan fictions, so just feel free to hang out and grab a snack or some pillows and just chill, because that's what I'm doing this evening. Why is it doing that? Yeah. Okay. Mm. Mm. Alrighty. So for Sarah and anyone else that came in, my name is Meshla. I am primarily an audiobook streamer. I write and read my own Star Wars fanfiction on my channel. And I also recently started alternating between some Star Wars Old Republic content. I stream every Wednesday, alternating between reading and Star Wars Old Republic, and every other Sunday, I spend some time working on chapters. So that's what we're doing this evening. And a lot of these stories are ones that I used to write used to write cooperatively with friends, and have been writing for the last 24 years. But at this point, it's just me that's left out of our original group. So I am going back and editing for ease of reading, essentially, because the grammar is a bit clunky, for lack of a better word. So that's what I've been working on for the last little bit, and that's what I do on my Sunday streams, is I just kind of work on stuff and hang out, and if you have any questions about my writing process or my editing process or anything of that nature, please feel free to ask. More than happy to answer any questions you might have related to that. Alrighty. Yeah, it's like it's I'm dying a little bit inside as I'm reworking these. Not gonna lie. But yeah, a lot of these stories, especially the ones that I've been reading through since I started streaming, they were written when I was in high school. So yeah, the grammar is a bit clunky. Yeah, that's the word I'm gonna use. Clunky. So that's primarily what I like to work on my Sunday streams, is try and clean that up a little bit so it's a little bit easier for me to read as I'm reading them aloud to everybody, but also for anybody that might be reading them on my Archive of Our Own, which is where they're posted. And you can feel free to check them out on my Archive of Our Own if you would like to at any point. And there's the link for you. So the one that I'm working on this evening is chapter 7 of Redemption, which is, let's see. Redemption is the, the second series, well, the second story in the second series of what I've been reading so far. So, alright. Actually, none of them. These stories were actually written before I a long time before I started playing SWTOR. Yes, the shoutouts are pretty amazing. They are done by Frosty Tools. It is a bot slash, yeah, it's a bot that you can add into your Twitch stream, and it's really cool because it customizes shoutouts and lurks and things like that to either the streamer or whoever's been talking in chat. Yeah, no, it's totally fine. It's totally okay. I'm still learning a lot of stuff about how Twitch works and like the integrations and the bots and the extensions, and I found out about Frosty Tools because some of my friends were using it in their streams, and I thought it was really cool because it kind of customizes shoutouts and lurk responses to the person, which is really, really nice instead of having something that's kind of generic. No, Brit, that's totally okay. That is totally fine. Interesting that you should ask though, because actually a lot of the names for my SWTOR characters are actually pulled from my stories. So it's kind of the reverse, actually. I've styled a lot of my SWTOR characters after several of the characters from the stories, which that can get really interesting. It's been fun. So yeah, oh man, yeah, I started writing fan fiction cooperatively back in 2000. Yeah, I was in high school at the time, and there was a group of about 5 or 6 of us, and we originally started writing on message boards, so it was like post by post kind of thing. And eventually I started converting them into chapters, like to post on like fanfiction.net, or in this particular case, Archive of Our Own, which I've started using more recently because they have a lot more protections for the people who post on their platform. Their whole purpose as an entity is to help protect fan works for what they are, which is really, really nice, actually. So that's why I moved all of my stuff over there. And the message boards that we had originally been writing on they kind of went the way of the dodo. You know, so I was frantically trying to save the stories before we lost it all. So kind of as a preservation measure, I started putting them up on fanfiction.net initially. So yeah, Oh, and there's my little message that actually talks about that. So, yeah. If you want more information about how the stories came to be, there's a little bit more information down in my About panel, but more than happy to answer any questions you might have. So, I should probably standardize that message, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. I kind of like how it changes slightly. That's another thing that Frosty Tools can actually do, is you can do timed messages through Stream Elements, which is what I was actually using initially. You can set a time interval. I use Stream Elements for a lot of the commands that I have actually on the channel. So initially I had it through there, and then when I started using Frosty Tools, I let Frosty Tools kind of take over with that, because it does change a little bit, but I kind of like that. It keeps it interesting, actually. So I actually prefer that it changes a little bit. But the shoutouts that it does are pretty awesome. Alright. Oh my goodness, where am I at? Oh my goodness. Grammarly is trying to get out of me. Oh gosh. Oh. It's yelling at me about passive voice. Okay. Alrighty. 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 Alright. What did I just do? There we go. Okay, what is going on? Oh. Oh, nice. Some basic. Okay, it's like. Oh, that's really cool, Tubba. That's awesome. I'm glad you're making progress. Yeah, it's technically the same thing. There we go. Thank you for that, actually. I appreciate that. We have an ad break incoming in about well under 5 minutes, just so you guys are aware. But yes, very much appreciated on that feedback. Like I said, the Yeah, no, that's actually really helpful. Like I said, the grammar is really clunky, and I'm trying really hard to mesh um, the writing styles of like 4 different people, at least at this point in time. So yeah, it's that was actually really good feedback. Thank you. So. Okay. I mean, there is that too. But no, the yeah, but that's a really great piece of feedback and a good point actually. Like I'm really trying to, as I'm working on this editing, I'm really trying to take out all the extra words that aren't really needed and but still have the same meaning. Probably. Yeah. Probably. Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna start in a little over 2 minutes. Please bear with. Just as a general note about the ads on the channel, I do try not to actually read during the ads. So I will take the ad time to go get a drink of water if I'm out of water, go grab a snack, take an opportunity to stretch, that kind of thing. Oh, maybe. Took me. Actually, whoops. That actually works. That definitely works. Yeah, I'm trying to keep things a little bit more concise. And it's different. It's different because I'm actually reading these aloud when I'm reading on stream. It's the wording and how stuff is structured is a little bit different than it might be if you were just reading it yourself, if that makes any sense. I hope it does. I guess that goes back to public speaking a little bit. You always want to make sure that you're being concise when you're doing public speaking and anything like that. So, yeah, keeping stuff short and concise and getting rid of all the extra words is really helpful. So. Yeah, there's that too. That's a great point. And I do. That's one of the things that I do try to do. Actually, one of the things that I really like to do in the story is describe what's going on in a way that people can see it in their mind if they have that skill. And that's definitely a skill. We're in an ad break. So I will continue answering that question after the ad break. So yeah, so I will take a moment to get a snack because I have some. Feed the cat while I'm feeding myself. There we go. We're back from our ad break. I decided to feed the cat while I was feeding myself. It made sense. Yes. Yeah. Let me get back to addressing your comment, Taba, because that's actually a really great point. One of the things that I like to do when I'm writing is that I like to describe things in such a way that help people to kind of see it in their mind. You know, theater of the mind type of stuff. But I also know that some people don't have the capability to do that. And that's apparently a thing. So, you know, I try to be descriptive, but not overly so, if that makes sense. So, sorry. I have a bunch of dried fruit over here, so I'm using it as my snacks. The snack command is a subscriber, or the exclamation point snack is a subscriber only one because of the emote, but there is a channel points redeem for that as well. So I try to make it available to people even if they don't have a subscription. So if you're following the channel and you have your channel points called data cards, you can also redeem a bunch of those things. I tried to kind of keep it as available as I could. So, oh my goodness. I'm only on the first check, but that's okay. No, you're totally fine. I actually appreciate the feedback. It's kind of the whole thing with the writing workshop streams. Like, I appreciate the feedback that people have. Please feel free to give it. I welcome it. I try to really incorporate as much of that as I can because I'm still learning as a writer, and it's always helpful to see someone else's perspective as well. Yes. And that's the interactivity with chat is actually a huge portion of why I started doing the writing workshops specifically, so that people could get a little bit more involved with you know, the writing and my writing process, because a lot of times when I'm just reading, I don't feel like I'm as able to interact with chat because I'm really focused on what I'm doing. So the workshop streams are a great chance to be able to interact with chat a lot more. I've also been able to do that a lot when I do my SWTOR streams. So it's really nice to kind of get that variety as well. Don't mind me. I'm just snacking. Let's feed the cat, because I'm feeding myself. Yeah. Okay. Now I was hoping to get through the other chunk of chapter 7, but it's okay. Oh yeah, my Grammarly is populating. Sorry. I went back to actually looking at the looking at Grammarly. Yeah, start with a small area. That's a really good thing to do. Yeah. Yeah, as far as your MMO that you're working on top of, that's a great place to start. Choose a small area, make sure everything's working smoothly before you move on. I kind of do very similar things with my chapters. Shin! Hi! Good to see you. Welcome into my workshop stream. How are you doing this evening? Jinx. I'm actually doing well. Had a bit of a headache earlier today, but it has eased off. So I decided to go ahead with streaming. That's really cool, Taba. I like that idea. I'm excited. I'd be interested in testing if it ever comes up for testing. Well, I am doing better than I was this morning because I had a migraine this morning, so. Yeah, it was pretty rough this morning, but I'm glad that it's eased off to the point where I can actually work on stuff. I saw that. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Welcome in, Lotus. Good to see you in the chat this evening. Oh, those are so cute. I love those. Those are really cute. Yes. Well, I was super excited for all your new emotes. That's really cool. Yeah, Frosty Tools is pretty interesting. I absolutely adore the Frosty Tool shoutouts. Yeah, no, I was actually trying to read that. That's pretty cool. I like how it customizes it to the individual though. That's really makes it really interesting. Yeah, Frosty Tools has no idea what's going on over there. That's great. No. Frosty Tools is okay. I think that it's a combination of that and also things that might be said in chat or that are on your Twitch page. I'm not actually sure, but it is kind of neat. And it's always personalized to the individual, which is really, really nice. It's a bot called Frosty Tools. Its posting is me, but it's a bot called Frosty Tools. You can have it do shoutouts like that. You can have it do welcome messages into the stream when somebody follows. There's a whole bunch of different things that you can have it do. It's really handy, and I do like that it kind of customizes stuff to the individual. I'm pretty sure that it pulls information from your Twitch profile, and anything that you post in chat. I'm pretty sure that's how that works because it's some kind of AI. But it's nice. I mean, I like that it does that because it's a lot more personalized, which is really cool. So. Yes, just sniper, no stabbing my frosty tools, please. I like my frosty tools. It's very useful. Oh goodness, what is going on? Oh, I know. I know. Yeah. Yeah. Frosty tools is actually super helpful. Yeah. Oh man, the spam bots are ridiculous. Ugh. Yes, any other spamming bot or anybody like that, feel free to give them the old boot. Is there a Gnar lurking somewhere? Okay. That's a Gnar. Okay. Yeah, he does that a lot. He lurks. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Thanks for stopping by, Shin. I appreciate you. Oh, yes, definitely go get some sleep. That is very important. I appreciate you stopping by. Have a good night. Yeah. Ceribot is pretty handy with some of that. So. Yes, if anybody needs to duck out and get some rest, please do so. Don't let me hold you up. I appreciate you being here this evening, but please take care of yourself. Go get some rest if you need to. Get a drink of water. Take your meds. Get some food. Whatever you gotta do, please take care of yourselves. I will probably be going a little bit longer. I want to at least finish this chunk of chapter. So, I'm gonna go until I finish it. What page am I on? Okay, I've got 4 more pages. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, I'm gonna try and finish out this bit at least. I mean, it's probably very warm too. Hey, just sniper, do me a favor and trigger the meds command. I want you to see the emotes that I attached to it. Yeah. I felt that that particular emote was quite appropriate. Because the cat's chugging water. So, it's actually a good time for me to be taking my meds, because if I take them now, they should kick in by the time I actually go to bed, which would be good. So, no problem. I'll be here. I'm gonna hang out probably till 9:30 or so, but then I do need to go to bed. Hopefully I can finish the chapters by then. Okay. Alrighty. Boo. Yes. Thank you for hanging out, Wraith. I appreciate you. Take care getting to work. And I hope you have a good night at work and a good shift. And hopefully some good rest when you get home. Have a good night, Wraith. We have an ad starting in just under 5 minutes. So... whole sentence was extra stuff, so decided to just take it out. Okay. Alrighty. Alrighty. And we're back from our ad. Thank you so much for sticking it out. Oh, there's our ad, actually. Sorry. Yep. And it looks like we're back from our ad break. Thank you so much for sticking that out. They help support the channel, so very much appreciated. Alrighty. Looks like I've got about a page or two left. Alrighty. Okay. Alrighty. Thanks for that lurk. Alrighty. Sorry, guys. Starting to fade out a little bit. I'm just gonna finish out this bit of the chapter chunk. Alrighty. Oh my god, Frosty Tools, you are weird. Just read that message. Oh my word. Alrighty. That's it, I think. Yeah. Alrighty, guys. It is 9:30. You know, I could read out, but I am actually really tired. So I may not do that. I may just call it a night and go ahead and get ready for bed. So, thank you for everybody who was here this evening. I really appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed hanging out while I was working on some chapters. Or chapter, I should say. So thank you for everybody who was here. Oh, you're very welcome. You're very, very welcome. It was great to have you here, Sarah. I appreciate you joining us tonight. And I hope to see you again for my next stream if you're able to. I believe that... I'm just going to double check myself to make sure I'm not telling you the wrong thing. I'm next streaming on Wednesday. And I'm just going to double check to make sure I tell you the right thing. Alright, let's see. Okay, yeah, so on Wednesday I will actually be reading. So it's the same general time slot. Wednesday this week, I'll be reading chapters, I think 5 and 6 of Redemption, which I finished editing those last week. So I generally stream Wednesday nights 7 to 9 Eastern. It is currently 9:30 almost. Yeah, a little bit. I went a little bit long. But I wanted to finish editing that chapter chunk. So if you would like to join me again on Wednesday, I will actually be reading 7 to 9 Eastern. Might go a little bit longer depending on how far we get. So hopefully I'll see all of you on Wednesday. And I hope you have a great night and a good start to your week. Go get some rest, take care of that self-care stuff, take your meds, get some water, whatever you need to take care of. And I hope you have a great night. Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a good night, everybody. Give me just 1 second here while I get stuff sorted. All right. Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for joining me tonight. And I'll see you on Wednesday if you're able to join. See you then.